2021 is here, so that means we got to look forward to everything that we can get accomplished in this year, because 2020 was not all that great, but I think we've all talked about that quite a bit, right? So hey everybody, Juan here, welcome back to the channel. In this video, it is time, my friends, for a much needed channel update. And yes, I look a little bit naked because if you've been subscribed to the channel, I've pretty much had the same look for a couple of years. I kind of made a mistake while shaving, and I realized, hey, you know what? New year, new me, which is kind of like a thing that everybody says, but I guess, hey, we kind of had it done here physically. But I have a couple of notes here. It's going to be a much more laid back video than what we are used to. And something that I say in my other videos that I say it at the end, but I want to say it at the beginning is thank you. I mean, I can't really focus on 2021 without just giving all of you an incredible shout out, because hey, this channel, any YouTube channel, right? Forget about mine. Any YouTube channel, Twitch stream would not be a single thing were it not be for the support of the community. 2020 has by far been the largest year for growth. Both me as a YouTuber, the channel, the community. Looking at the comments, there's a lot of people that when I put a PS3 video out, I'm thinking, okay, I can't wait for, these 25 people to comment. If I put out a Wii U video, then I know there's a very passionate fan base for the Wii U that's going to be dropping those comments. And it's something that I look forward to, because when you have a channel that's starting out and you don't exactly have an audience, you don't know who you're going to reach out, right? You're very afraid of there being no one. And for a very long time, I mean, I had a couple of videos many years ago where I would put out a video, it'd be 24 hours later and it would have 4 views. And I think it would be me and my wife would be 2 of those views. And I just think to myself, how do you get a bigger audience? I think that as a channel continues to grow, it's a little bit easier to understand, who's watching your video, depending on the comments, the analytics and all that. But the passionate community that continues to come back is something that I will never take for granted. And I don't care if I say this 50 times a year, this channel would not be possible, without any of you. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe. The thing that I do want to start off, instead of focusing on 2021, let's talk briefly about what I learned from 2020. I think 2020 showed me less is more. When the pandemic hit, I was thinking to myself, hey, I'm going to pour out a whole lot of videos, and actually put out less videos in 2020 than I ever have previously. Just because you put out a lot of content out there, that doesn't make it good. For a little while, especially if you scroll back, I think a lot of people don't look at a certain period of my videos, and I'm not saying they're bad videos, but you could tell I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had this concept called The Vault, which was just me playing a couple of old games from my backlog, but there wasn't a whole lot of purpose for a video standpoint, right? You can watch 5,000 Let's Plays of any given game okay, first of all, I just got to point this out because it's annoying me. Yes, I was wearing a mask today, so clearly I have this line. I almost contemplated hiding it, but the fact that I shaved just before this video in no way helps. So look, I'm just embracing it. I'm not hiding that. But anyway, so focusing on a specific set of games, mainly, PS3 and Wii U, is something that really motivated me to be like, okay, we narrowed it down, so now it's just about getting good at that. Because before, I'd be doing Wii U and Xbox and a whole lot of stuff. And last year, if you saw, I quietly stopped doing a lot of Xbox videos, not because they were bad, because if you look at some of my most viewed videos, they are videos about Xbox Game Pass, and I covered a couple of things on Switch, not too much, mainly the Super Nintendo games. I became obsessed of, there's a gaming service, so I gotta cover it. Honestly, wasn't really feeling it, so I scrapped all of that away, even though many of those videos, I mean, some of the Game Pass stuff is over 80,000 views, which is just freaking mind-blowing. And I focused on something very simple, and SpongeBob got it right. F-U-N. It's about having fun. It's about figuring out, why am I on YouTube? Not everybody needs to have a YouTube channel, right? So if you can't answer the question of why are you live streaming on Twitch, on Facebook, on Mixer when that was a thing, right? If you can't answer that, your audience may tune away. And I found myself asking myself, what do you love about video games? And it's just, encountering games. You know, you go back a couple of years ago to my Easterland video, which was me visiting that incredible store in Virginia, which I hope that in the post-pandemic world I can go back there. What I loved about that visit was I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen going in, and I loved it. When you look at my Wii U pickup video in New York, same thing. I didn't know what to expect. When you look at my PS3 videos, same thing. It's an old console, so what can I find that's not just God of War 3? That's not just, you know, the Uncharted trilogy. I didn't know what to expect, and the same thing applied with the Nintendo Wii U, and that led to me having so much fun. I'm playing the most random games I never thought I would ever play, and it's because of 2020. As far as some of my favorite videos from last year, two of my highlights without question, and I mean, I can't bring this one up enough, it's the why you should buy a PS3 video. Not only is it one of my most successful videos on the channel of all time, as of this recording, it has over 125,000 views. Just what? Clearly it was suggested by YouTube, which, I mean, even just getting that is maybe the biggest achievement. Actually, I had a couple of videos last year that had that happen. I just couldn't believe it. And it was a video that I took many months to work on. That wasn't just a 1 week affair, because between recording the footage and rewriting the script, because it's a much more informative video, right? So I didn't want to lose any details. And even then, after I published it, a couple of people mentioned, hey, you forgot this and that. Like, I didn't really talk about online multiplayer games too much that I know of, but it's a video that not only was I proud of, it was also very successful from a view standpoint, but really the comments. Like, the views, honestly, that's freaking numbers. But when somebody goes to the comments section and says, hey, I watched this and I started collecting for the PS3, or I watched this video and I decided to dust off my PS3, which I hadn't played in years, that right there, I can say a whole lot of stuff here other than that is what I love about the channel. The same way that I can discover a new game or an obscure game or an underrated console like the Wii U, by me having this channel, I'm hoping that we can do that together. A lot of my pickups from last year are games that all of you recommended in the comments section, and a lot of those games are the ones that I'm going to be covering this year. And just the second video that I really enjoyed working on was the digital versus physical debate kind of type of video, just talking about why I love physical media. And ever since that video came out, you know, we've had the two different models of the PS5, a lot of games being pulled from stores or being modified. So I think that video is even more relevant and will only continue to get more relevant as time goes by. And before we get to what can you expect from 2021, I would love for all of you to go down to the comments section and let me know, like, what are either the video that you subscribe to my channel because you watched that video, whether it be because YouTube suggested it or whatnot, or just what was your favorite video of mine in 2020. That is super helpful because, yeah, you can look at views, but once again, I'm in this for people to come back, to build a passionate community, mainly for these older consoles that we're covering. So that's why the comments truly do mean so much to me, because you directly do help what was that? You do help shape the channel into what it is right now. What can you expect in 2021? Focus on less, contribute more. My content schedule is never going to be as consistent as I would like it to be because of work and life, but I am aiming for at least 2 to 3 videos a month. If I can put out some special content in between so I get 4 videos a month, I could do that, but honestly, I'm not here to waste your time, right? I never want any of you to look at one of my videos and say, oh, Juan put out some of that filler content, right? He has not a damn clue what to talk about this week, so he talked about this crappy game here for 5 minutes. Like, I don't want to do that. I would rather, as I've done now, not publish a single video for a week or 2 weeks, so that way when you see a new video being published, you know it's something that I gave a damn about in terms of production and taking the time to play the game. So 2 to 3 videos a month is going to be the ideal scenario that I'm looking forward to doing. If you take a look at my recent video, the previous one for MotorStorm Apocalypse, that video right there is in essence the type of video that I want to work on. Because if you look last year, I also had many videos that I'm very proud of, like the couple of PS3 games worth playing, where usually I would showcase 3 games. The problem with those videos, so view-wise, they did good, right? And comment-wise, and many of you subscribed there, but as a gamer, by the time I worked on the second or third video, I realized, Juan, YouTube is not your full-time job. You cannot possibly keep playing all these games, like expecting to play 3 games, not to completion sometimes, but enough, a couple of hours. So for each video, I play an average of 15, 20 hours between a couple of games. But forget about all that production stuff, right? Like all of you watch the final product. As a gamer, I wasn't having as much fun playing the games because I was thinking about 3 games for one video. So every time I'm playing, I'm like, do I want to record footage for this? Like, is that YouTube friendly there? Like, what do I want to get? And I focus far more on producing the video than I did about actually playing the game. And that's why I made a personal choice for the channel. And so far, it seems to definitely be something all of you enjoy, is I'm just going to focus on one game because I'd rather put out a beefy 10 to 15 minute video on one game, so you can see a lot of gameplay footage, than put out something, once again, just for the sake of filler. Especially for the PS3 generation, I've been surprised at just how little high quality footage of these games there is online. Like, don't get me wrong, there is, right? But you look up a PS3 blank game trailer footage, and a lot of this stuff is things that have been re-uploaded time after time, so the quality dramatically gets compressed. It doesn't look all that great. So I realized, hey, let's just talk about the games. And even in that MotorStorm Apocalypse video, which as of this recording, it's about at around 1,000 views. Wow. I was very scared when I worked on that video because here's me that I'm not a racing game person, right? And here I am doing an individual video for the PS3 from MotorStorm freaking Apocalypse that has failure written all over it. And even though I have people point out to me to cover games like Ridge Racer in the future and all that other stuff, I was like, is this something that's gonna work? And I just said, hey, are you having fun playing this game? Yes. So that means other people probably can as well. And I even delayed that video for a week because I was having so much fun. I'm like, you know what? That video can take another week because my passion and enthusiasm for the game, I think, will be showcased a lot more. And right off the bat, when I published that video, I would see all of your comments just saying, hey, I got that game as well. And many of you talked about, the original MotorStorm or other games like it, Pacific Rift, the one on the PSP, the one on the PS2, which, hey, I listened to all of you to the point that I actually just got this. And even though it's open, I actually got this brand new sealed on eBay for $10 with free shipping. So kind of a small pickup there. I got this thanks to all of you because anything that I get via ad revenue here or on Twitch with the bits and the subs, I put it all right back on this channel, and I truly do mean that, right? And I am going to do a follow video to MotorStorm talking about this game and Pacific Rift in the coming weeks, right? That's going to take a little while because that's another thing that you can expect from this year. I love to have all these games that I'm looking forward to playing, but I can get burnt out if I play a lot of games from one particular genre, and I think there's a lot of people out there like that, right? So it's like I'm playing a racing game, so then I'll do an action game. Like right now, I just started playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. Obviously, that's not a PS3 game. I'm playing it on PC, so I may cover it eventually. And I'm, by the way, doing a full playthrough on Twitch, and I'm uploading the archive over on my Let's Play channel on YouTube. So that is youtube.com/PlayerJuan. I've had a couple of people subscribe there recently, so thank you so much for that. As far as content for this year, you can expect a lot of PS3 videos. That is going to be the main focus this year. Right after that, it's going to be some Nintendo Wii U content. I'm going to be going back and forth. I need to do, I guess, some kind of like tier list. Maybe I could do like a console tier list video. Would all of you like me to do that? I'm saying this out loud, and I legit had not thought about it. Just like a console tier list video. I feel motivated enough that maybe I should just get to work on that. After PS3 and Wii U, PS2 is definitely there, which, by the way, I actually got a nice modded PS2 from this channel right here. I subscribe to, because I subscribe to that channel for just personal videos that I enjoy watching. He does some monthly giveaways for subscribers. I actually won it, and that was here. So I have a fully functional modified PS2 with a 1 terabyte hard drive, and I've actually been installing my personal PS2 game collection in it, and I'm just going to have that be my digital PS2 collection. So I'm looking forward to covering something like that. So if anybody would like to see a little bit of that, let me know. And after PS2, definitely PS1, and then a console or a handheld that I actually had a couple of videos written out to work on last year, and I didn't do a single one of them, is Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance has so many action and platforming and adventure games that I absolutely love, and many of them I never had a chance to play, but because my PS3 videos started doing pretty good, I kind of just like dropped them off. But if anybody will be interested, let me know in the comments. Another thing that I'm thinking of working on is some additional product reviews, and those product reviews are going to be split into two categories. So the first one is going to be functional, which if you've been subscribed, you know I've done a couple of microphone reviews. I'm thinking of incorporating the microphone reviews into a more fun, I'm not going to say comedy because then I'm committing to making you laugh, and that doesn't always happen. Trying to add some more entertainment to that, because honestly, it can get boring to say like, hey, this microphone sounds good, buy it. It's like, okay, that's good, you got to do the test and all that. So I'm thinking of doing some more stuff like that, as well as controllers, which I got this, and this is going to be an upcoming video. This is the 8BitDo arcade stick compatible with PC and Nintendo Switch. I was actually going to do a review of this in December, so that way it would tie in with a Christmas gifts, but Amazon said, hey, you ordered that at the end of November. That's cute. You're not getting that. But I've been using that. I've been loving it. So look forward to coverage on that. And then more decorative based things. I've seen a lot of you actually comment asking me like, what is that right there? Which I got this on Amazon. I do have some Amazon affiliate links, including that's available right there. So if you go to the description section of this video, you can see many of these products that I actually have. You can buy them for yourselves, and Amazon does kick a little bit something back to me. But in addition to that, I do want to renovate a little bit of my home office. Like, I have all these lights and all of that. Honestly, it's not even for YouTube. I am stuck in my home office doing so much stuff all day that I just like to create an ambience. So even when I'm not recording, I will lower my light here. I will turn all this stuff on because it makes me feel good, right? It's about creating that just fun atmosphere. So there's going to be a couple of product reviews about things like that and some LED stuff. I ordered something that I'm hoping arrives in the next month or so. So keep an eye out for that. Just as a teaser, because I do want to get all of you involved, my next video after this one is going to be about this right here. PS3 games that I want to beat or play this year. Mainly games that I want to play. I'm not going to say to completion as far as 100%, but I want to see end credits. So the next video is going to be about 5 games from my PS3 collection, and I'm going to have one of my good friends actually make an appearance in the video, but I want to get all of you involved as well. I want to highlight your comments on screen, so if you can drop a comment on this video, let me know, Juan, I am committing to playing this game from my PS3 collection in 2021. Let me know, and that way I can actually highlight it and post it right here on screen. If there's a closing thing that I'm hoping we can all do this year is to just be more real. The world has its challenges, right? So if I can post a 10 to 25 minute video and we can have a pretty good time and remember the games that we grew up with, which sometimes all of you have written like, the Wii U was my childhood, and that makes me feel so old. I'm like, oh my goodness, I was an adult by the time the Wii U came out. But that's a story for another day. But, you know, I want to just talk about gaming stories, gaming growing up, gaming and mental health. I talked about how Final Fantasy VIII actually helped me battle diagnosed depression during my childhood and adolescence. And I think a lot of those videos are necessary because sometimes people see YouTubers, and I'm just, you know, forget about YouTubers. It's like TikTok and like anything, any video that you see, you sometimes just assume that is the only thing that person is. But we are so much more than that. And when I say we, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about we. Well, I'm talking about me. We all have so much to offer. And I'm hoping that through my Twitch streams at Mr. Player Juan on Twitch And by these videos here, we can all just continue to get to know one another, because when I see people from Belgium and Canada and Massachusetts and in Japan, like I've had comments from all over the world. That is pretty freaking awesome from a dude in Puerto Rico that just wanted to do videos, just wanted to do videos to see how they did, because I've always loved to do things like this. So hopefully you enjoyed this channel update video. If there's anything you think I didn't cover or answer, hey, go down to the comments section and maybe I can post another video in a couple of months and we can do that. So thank you so much once again. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe, give me that thumbs up, and up until next time, thank you for watching, supporting, and take care, everybody. And how's this look? How's this look? Like, at first, I wasn't feeling it, but I forgot, like, I do have skin underneath my facial hair. Also, it is a lot easier to just, like, shave rather than spend the 30 minutes. I'm like, hey, this side ain't angled properly, which is exactly how that mistake happened. But, yay, nay. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody.